We have White Dove Entertainment.
Yes.
Yes. We have Ronnie Rancifer and Greg Hoskins. These are great musicians, you guys. I'm telling you, fabulous. We're going to talk about some of your history. How you began, where you began. Did you, right here in Gary, right?
No, I started playing in East Chicago.
Oh, okay.
On Cary Street in a blues band called Lil Johnny and the Untouchables. Eventually, the band moved to Gary in the 11th and Ellsworth area. We used to rehearse over there.
Okay.
We used to play at all the little joints like the Caribou Lounge. I think that's over that way around 11th and Ellsworth. And Club Woodlawn, Small Farm,
in the Small Farm.
Joe Green's. And,
you moved
Steve
on to like the Midtown area after the Small Farms had kind of like died down. Is that what
yeah,
it
it
was?
was still going on, but music changed from playing the blues. Like I was like young, I was like 16, 15, 16, like that. And then the Motown came around.
Okay.
So then sounds changed. People started doing choreographers. They have singers. Before it was just like the guitar. We had process and sunglasses, you know. And there it was. But now everybody had to get clothes alike, costumes and all of that. Then you had to get more people. Some people didn't want to be involved with that, so the Untouchables went this way. They wanted to stay blues, and then I started playing with other people and still playing with them at the same time. And eventually,
what instrument?
Keyboards.
Okay.
Eventually, I got with the Jackson family.
Right.
And we started traveling around. Back then, we would go to places like the Uptown in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the Apollo, you know, things like you see Live at the Apollo on TV.
Yeah.
Well, we were doing Live at the Apollo in the 60s when Michael was like that.
Right. You traveled with that group for how many years?
Oh, God, for maybe about, I don't know, 10, 15 years.
So you're on most of their their
older
earlier
stuff, right? The
albums?
older stuff, yeah.
ABC
and stuff like that. And I wrote a song that they recorded called "I Am Love" that got nominated for a Grammy.
Get out of here! Yeah. All right, how'd they go?
Huh?
I Am Love. I think I know all the Jackson songs.
You don't remember that one? That was the first one that really crossed over.
That was right after Big Boy, or before?
No, that was like 4 singles after "I Want You Back."
How'd it go?
Because you had "I Want You Back," ABC, "Love You Save," and then you had.
You guys also, you were there with the Queen.
Yeah, I did the Royal Command performance in England for the Queen of England, which was, her mother was there, Lion was there.
You was the mother pretty jazzy, huh?
The Queen Mother was jazzy. She was up there, Michael singing ABC or something. The crowd was just rocking. She was just sitting up there saying, "Oh, okay, the Queen is down with it." But that was a good show, though. Elton John was on that show.
Okay.
Carol Channing was on that show. Yeah, and a couple of local bands was on that show, and some comedians. That was it's like a variety show.
I want to talk some more about your travels. You have traveled the world, from what I understand.
Yeah, I've been
a few places.
I've been a few places on the globe. Well, during the Jackson years, we really traveled extensively, like through Motown, controlled the United States. We was all over the United States, but we did go to England, Africa, Germany, Australia, places like that. Places that you see on TV and say, dang.
Tell me about Africa.
Africa
when you came to Africa, got off that plane, tell us what it was like.
It was a very long flight over water. And then when we did land in Dakar, Senegal, the plane came down, out the clouds. And looking out the window, I could see, on the runway, it was a crowd. Couldn't really tell how big it was till the plane taxied and we got to really look. It was just like the whole runway, the length of 2 or 3 airplanes were for kids.
Oh, okay.
Waiting. And when they opened the door, and the humidity and the natural essence of Africa came into the airplane, it was like, whoa, we have arrived.
Okay.
So when we got off the airplane, come down the steps, deplaning, they started dancing. You've never seen such dancing in your life. So I'm seriously. Soul Train back then had the Soul Train line.
Right.
This line these kids had going on, I tell you, was the joint. I'm telling you, they were so happy to see the Jacksons land and be there in their country. They let you make you feel, you know, like you're home now.
Yes.
You are in Africa, and trust me, all them moves that them kids was doing out there in the line and dancing around and dancing in formations, you see a lot of it in Thriller and different things that Michael do. 'Cause Michael was like a droid, a little tape recorder. Everything visual he saw, he had it here. He kept it here, and he put it all together when he got older, you know.
Right.
But yeah, Africa was truly an
You
experience of a
traveled to
lifetime.
Australia.
Australia, down under.
Yeah.
Australia. I went to Australia several times. I went there with the Jacksons, and I also went there with Smokey Robinson when I played with Smokey.
Ronnie can play the
Yeah,
keyboard
yeah.
like none.
Yeah, he's a master. He's a wizard.
Isn't he? Isn't he? And
Yeah, you know you are. I've learned a lot from him, you know, because like I said, I'm the baby of the band, you know. I just started. I just started playing about 10 years ago, something like that, and maybe a little longer on and off.
Yes.
That's because Tony and them needed a keyboard player, and at that time they couldn't keep a keyboard player. So I said, hey man, I'm gonna get me a keyboard, and I'm gonna learn some chords, man, because they needed another chord instrument, you know.
well, you was a singer first.
I was a singer. I was singing with a group called Deep Black Ecstasy, and Tony and them played behind us. They had like just a regular rhythm section, bass, guitar, drums. Then of course Tony was playing the flute and singing. And then Johnny came home in '85. He was out there with the Jacksons, and he got with us. And he liked us. He said, "Hey man, you know I want to do something by the name of Clyde Millens." But they clicked so good, you know. Usually you have two drummers, they have like a rivalry. Well, these cats clicked like they was opposite musicians, you know. So it went from there, and Johnny would always say, he said, "Hey man, I need to bring Ronnie in here." Because he knew Ronnie was a more experienced keyboard player than I was. And Ronnie could put everything together like it needed to be put together.
Right.
And it all came together.
Conversation here with Greg Hoskins, White Dove,
Thank you, honey.
Ronnie Rancifer. White Dove known for their reggae also.
Yeah, well, it got us known, yeah.
Yeah, right. How did you start with the reggae? What made you?
Because we were playing rhythm and blues and all that, the funk and stuff, but we wasn't getting noticed. And we just used to play that because we used to be down at the Genesis Center every Wednesday. Not every Wednesday, but on the Wednesday nights they had different bands. So when we got to playing, people say, hey, man, we like that reggae. Y'all need, that's what y'all, matter of fact, the person that told us to do that and let that be our calling card was Donald Kinsey.
Oh.
Donald said, man, that's what y'all should do. He told me and Tony that. He said, y'all, good that y'all can play everything. He said, but you need to go in one direction, just like they went to the blues. They had to specialize in something. He said, you do all the rest of that stuff, but let this be the main thing.
Want to hear more about and how to get with you, or if they can call you, can they have a backyard party too?
Yes, they can. All they got to do is call 219-805-9681.
Okay.
Or visit the website.
Okay, where's your website? What's your
805-9681.
website?
WhiteDoveOnline.com, or you can say www.whitedoveonline.com.
Okay, then go to the
And you
website.
can go to our tour site or whatever, you know.
Right, because
Check
that
us
backyard thing was just
Go
like,
to our video gallery. We
Excellent.
also they can also see a video of us when we was in Chicago at Navy Pier.
okay.
So
Yeah,
we
you
got
did
these
play
White
Navy
Dove.
Pier.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, honey.
Dove glasses.
Right.
They're X-ray vision too.
I like the way you guys dress in white too.
Thanks.
Right.
Seeing you come out in all your white and
Right.
you release real doves. No.